what's up, YouTube and Eagles Nation? Hey, it's been a long time since I did this, okay? So you know what time it is. My fan time. Oh, with the point, too. So it's been forever since I did that, right? So over the last, I guess it was the summer last year, before the season really started going, I did a video with all the Eagle jerseys that I own. Some of my best ones to that point. And I thought, since then, since the summer, I've added to it. So let's do kind of an update vid. It is Eagles-Dallas week, of course. The first time they meet this season. And all the local Dallas fans, oh, they have their excuses already. Oh, boy. It's the only time we've heard from them this year for some reason. I don't know why. They were pretty vocal last year, and this year they've kind of... I don't know where they went. Now we know where they are, because now they're complaining because Zeke is suspended and the injuries. And I mean, come on. Excuses. Okay, the Eagles have had all these injuries this year, and they're still 8-1. When you're good, you're good. You don't need any excuses. So anyhow, I thought, it is Eagles-Dallas week. When you think of Eagle-Dallas games, one of the best ones for us Eagle fans to remember, 1980, beat them in the NFC title game. It was the only time the two teams met up in the NFC title game. We're 1-0. We're 1-0. So anyhow, figured I'd break out the Wilbert for this one. The 1980, this is the jersey they wore. Of course, they made Dallas wear the road, the blue jerseys for that game. Is kind of another thing to kind of get in their heads, and maybe it helped a little bit. But anyhow, let's get into the hiccups. And these, I guess, have been from the summer up until now. So, here we go. First off, now I didn't have, since Nike took over the NFL, I never did get a Road Eagles Nike jersey. I got some of the home ones, the midnight green. I even have, the black one, a couple of black ones, but never did get the Road white one until about a month or two back. Fanatics had a deal, so I picked up Fletcher Cox. And this is, again, the generic replica. It's not stitched or anything, but it's their, replica for the away jersey. And every time I see this jersey, I still think of him on that Thursday night game in Carolina, taking that offensive lineman and shoving him back into Cam and getting the sack there. But, yeah, Fletcher been a real beast. That D-line has been awesome. How many sacks did Dallas gave up last week in Atlanta? Yeah. I haven't seen anything yet. So that D-line isn't as good as this D-line. No, we got something for him. We got something for you, Dallas. Don't you worry. You'll be introduced to him and the rest of our D-linemen again tomorrow night. Because I know, even in the years when the Eagles didn't have as good a defensive numbers as they put up this year, they still were able to get to the Dallas quarterbacks. Even with that great wall of Dallas in front. Oh, it didn't matter. We'll be getting to them again tomorrow night. Don't you worry. It's coming. Oh, it's coming. So, anyhow, next. This is actually, I don't know if these are called the limited jerseys. I don't know what these are, but these are like the replica. These are like the swingman Nike jersey, I guess. But one of the best tight ends in the league right now, Zach Ertz. There he is, the home midnight green. I thought maybe about wearing this one tomorrow, as the Eagles are probably going to wear their midnight greens tomorrow. But I might switch it up a bit. I might wear a jersey in remembrance of one of the great games we had against Dallas years ago. But in Dallas. But this guy might find the end zone once or twice tomorrow. One of the league leaders still, even though he didn't play a couple weeks ago with the injuries. See, we don't use injuries as excuses, Dallas. Oh, we don't. You do. We don't. So, it's good to have Ertz back, though. And I'm sure Carson will be finding him tomorrow. Once or twice. It's one of his favorite targets. Speaking of Mr. Wentz, this was actually purchased on lids.com some little bit back. They had a deal going, and I really like this jersey. I saw it some months ago at Dick's Sporting Goods and at Modell's, and I just liked it. It's not their regular. I guess there are a little bit of differences with this one and the regular alternate black that they wear. It's the Color Rush jersey. So you notice it says Color Rush on the inside. Funny thing is they're not wearing this one this year. They wore it last year for the home game against the Giants, which they won. Second to last game of the year around Christmas time last year. But they'll probably, if they play a Thursday, I'm pretty sure they'll be on Thursday night again next year, probably a home game, so they'll probably don these again. Although, I would love to see them wear the Kelly Greens as an alternate color rush. That would just be awesome, but we'll see. So, this is the replica Nike Color Rush Carson Wentz. And there are some differences that I noticed with this jersey opposed to the regular alternate black, which they wear from time to time. I think the numbers on the back are a little thicker and fatter, if you will, than the regular one. The green cuffs, I think, are a little slimmer. It's funny. The numbers are fatter, the cuffs are slimmer. Then the regular one, as you notice, the green does not kind of go up a little more as I think it does on their regular alternate black jerseys, and I think it's the same for the neck area. Of course, it's got the Vapor NFL logo, but everything else is pressed. Nike Jock. This is also I want to say a flex fit. No, dry fit. I'm sorry, dry fit jersey. So it's very light, feels really nice. It's silky, kind of smooth to it. Very, very nice jersey. So there it is. Could be an MVP this year. We'll see. Next up here, this is a Pro Bowl jersey, and it's the only jersey that I'm going to show that's not technically an Eagles jersey, but it technically is, if it makes any sense. It's a Mike Vick 2013 Reebok Pro Bowl. That was the only year he made the Pro Bowl as an Eagle, and it was the last year he made a Pro Bowl in his career. So it's a Reebok. All the stars are supplemented onto the sides there and onto the front. The 7 is single-stitched. The 7s on the shoulder are single-stitched as well. It's got the NFC logo, Vick 7 on the back, Vick on the nameplate, single-stitched. The 7 is single-stitched, and of course the logo for the Pro Bowl on the back. It also says Pro Bowl on the inside neck area. So certainly a tremendous year that year. It was just kind of an out-of-nowhere type of year. Of course, that was the year that Deshaun Jackson returned a punt for touchdown. And Tom Coughlin, he's still red in the face over it at the Meadowlands. One of the miracles in the Meadowlands for the Eagles was that game. And terrific season, of course. Unfortunately, for us, that was the last win of that season. But Vick had a great year, was a Pro Bowler. So there you go. Next off here, we got the Donovan McNabb. This is a helmet tag issued authentic Eagles road jersey. The only thing I think is they didn't put the logo on there, but yeah, it is what it is. Still nice. I got this pretty cheap too on eBay. Shout out to Ron. I think he alerted me to this those months ago. Everything else though is spot on. Of course, the logos, the numbers, double stitched because at that time it was before they put the silver on the logos or on the numbers rather that they do now. So this is before it became triple stitch. So this is the jersey I think I might be donning tomorrow. I think I might have to break this one out for this game. Mr. Pickle Juice here. Deuce Staley. There's those years ago the Eagles beat Dallas in Dallas in a real hot day, and they had their pickle juice, and they blew out Dallas that day. And Deuce Staley had a great game, over 200 yards rushing. And of course, now he's the running back coach. So Coach Deuce doing a nice job with the running game as a coach, and he was a great running back when he was here for those years. Staley 22, everything again double stitched, and you'll notice here it does have the Eagles logo on the front. It is a helmet tag, Reebok authentic. So there you go. Deuce! May have to wear this one tomorrow night. Special game, so you gotta wear a special jersey, right? All right, now, I was actually able to complete a set, and I was real excited to do it. This is a Mitchell and Ness jersey, and at the time they made a set of 4 for the home Kelly Green jerseys with the Jerome patch. Now, they made Reggie White, they made Seth Joyner, they made Randall Cunningham, and they made this player. And I already had the 3. This was a hard one to get. Which the funny thing is about it, years ago at the older Mitchell and Ness store, they were practically trying to give these away, and I didn't get it back then. I don't know why. I have no idea. If I can get Doc Brown's DeLorean and go back, I'd probably get that 76 Papali, shout out to Big Slim, and I'd, get these, because if I knew back then these would be so hard to get, I definitely would have grabbed it back then, but such is life, right? So we got the fourth of the set in the fold right now. All four are now in. Wes Hopkins, great safety back in the day with the Eagles. This is the 92 Kelly Green, home Kelly Green. The JB, Jerome Brown, of course, memorial patch. And everything else is pressed on, just as it should be. Really, I was really excited to get this when I did, because it was one of those that's just very elusive, very rare to see it anymore. And even though it's sort of a newer China run, but, this is, I think, when they first started going to the China runs, they pumped these out. And, again, I was just glad to get it. And, good things happen to those who wait, as the saying goes. So, Wes Hopkins, 1992. All right. Speaking of 1992, now this is the away white Randall, and this completes the Randall Cunningham set. For Mitchell and Ness, I have the others, and now I have this one. Now, this is an older career run, so the white's kind of yellowing. For whatever reason, it must have been something in material that they used or whatever, but the white jerseys, a lot of them, not all of them, but a lot of them from that era, when you get them now, they're kind of yellowing. And it was like that for basketball, too. So I don't know what it is with the material, but it kind of yellows a bit over time. And some are worse than others. It's just, you kind of have to kind of see the pictures or whatnot when you're looking at them. But you got the Cunningham 12. Everything is pressed on, of course, besides the memorial patch right there for Jerome Brown. Again, the Road Cunningham, 1992. And I do have his home, and I have the 94 throwback that they made. So I have all three of the Randalls. Player that Randall liked to throw the ball to back then, Mike Quick, 85. Authentic line, so it's not stitched as the replica of this is, but it's pressed on. This is an older run, I believe. This is a Korea, but you notice the home jerseys don't do any fading. It's just the aways for whatever reason. So you got everything pressed on as it should be. 1985 Mike Quick, who does great work with the great Merle Reese calling Eagles games. He's, of course, the color announcer with Merle Reese calling every Eagles game on the radio. So always great to hear them call a game. A lot of times what I'll do is I'll turn off the sound on the TV and just put on the radio, although there can be a delay at times. And if the delay is just too much, then I say, I'll just have to listen to the announcers on TV. But a lot of times I'll just turn off the sound on the TV and listen to Merle and Mike on the radio call an Eagles game. So next off here, this is a 1980, speaking of 1980, the 1980 Ron Jaworski. This is the home, of course, though they wore these for the championship game. Mess with Dallas. And this is, of course, Jaw's teammates. There you go, teammates. Jaworski, of course. Now, I've had the white Jaws, and I believe that's an 80, what's that, an 82 or 83? Something. It's not an 80. I forget the year on that one. I want to say an 83. But this is a 1980. This is the home. The only thing about this is it was hemmed. I got this on eBay. Got a really good deal on it. It was hemmed, so the I didn't realize this at the time, but the logo's on the jock is on the inside. And, what can you do? Still a nice jersey, authentic jersey. Everything is pressed on as far as the name and the numbers on the shoulders, but the number, of course, on the front and back is double stitched. It's just how the Eagles did it back then. Of course, the big stripes right there, which you see here too. And there you go. The home green Jaws. Part owner of Philadelphia Soul, the world champion Philadelphia Soul. Arena football. Last but not least, this is the most recent pickup. Very cheap pickup on eBay. And I wanted this because it's different. It's also part of the Eagles' uniform history. When they first switched over to what they were now, which is the midnight green, the road jerseys did not have the logo on it. Now, you'll notice today, and for most of the years when they've worn that jersey, it has a logo, the Eagle head logo. And but when they first came out with these jerseys, the road jersey was a little bit of a homage to this one because they had it without the logo and with the big stripes on the sleeves. And I always liked that. You know, they did away with it. This was very short-lived like this. Then they put the logo on. They did away with the stripes. But I always kind of liked this. I thought it looked classic with those big stripes. And you know, it was, like I said, it was short-lived. But I kind of wish they kept it. But yeah, who am I, right? Just a fan. You know. But anyhow, this is the road at the time. This was the first year they went into these, and it's the road white Ricky Waters, Mr. For Who For What. But he still gave us some good years here in Philly. I have his authentic from his first year here, which was the Kelly Green. People forget that. His first year here, I think, was, what, 95? And the Eagles, it was the last year they wore the Kelly Greens. And I have his authentic Kelly Green Eagles jersey. And, of course, you know, I think I got when he was here, the first year they wore the Midnight Green, the first Midnight Green Eagles jersey I got was a Ricky Waters at Modell's many years ago. I still have it somewhere, but this is the road. So this would be the set home and away. If I can find that home, I think I know where that one is, but I just have to dig it out. Then I'll have the set. And they're both, you know, replica, not authentic or anything. Shout out to Big Slim. I think he has the authentic in this. But it's a starter who made awesome replica jerseys back in the day. I always liked the old starter jerseys, replica ones from back then. Those are the ones that I got a lot of back in those days. And my first Eagles jersey is a starter replica, Fred Barnett, you know, Kelly Green. And so I always kind of went the starter for most of the jerseys back then. I always thought they made the best ones as far as replicas. And I have a few of the authentics now, and those are awesome too. So, yeah. Ricky Waters with the stripes. Again, this would be the first year that they wore this. It was at 96, I believe. First year they wore these for the road. And again, no logo, just the big stripes on there. And I wanted to get, because it is hard to get these. It's hard to find the authentics or the replicas for the road versions of these Eagle jerseys. And when I saw this, it was in my size. It was such a good deal. I'm like, yeah, you know. Would I rather have the authentic? Yeah, but you know what? Nothing wrong with the replica. Nothing wrong at all with the replica. So there you go. All right, everyone. That's it. There is no more. I promise. No more. So thank you for giving me some of your time. And as always, let's go Birds. Big game tomorrow. I have some buddies coming down here in the man cave to watch the game. My buddy from Maryland, the biggest Eagles fan in Maryland and one of the biggest jersey collectors in the world, Big Slim, will be here. And also, because I'm a nice guy, I'm even allowing a Dallas fan to come here tomorrow to watch the game. You know him as Nostalgia Boy, one of the Philly jersey collectors. He'll be here as well. We'll try to do a vid from down here tomorrow, maybe before the game or maybe during the game for my Season of the Fan series. And I look forward to seeing those guys. Look forward to watching a game, and hopefully Nostalgia Boy's not having a lot of fun. I'm hoping myself and Big Slim are, and we're going to enjoy the game and enjoy a day of football here in the Mighty Kingdom. All right, everyone. Thanks for watching. As always, let's go Birds! Dallas sucks. Remember that. So we got to get them again tomorrow, and keep this winning. This winning thing has been nice, hasn't it? Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. All right, everyone. Thanks for watching. As always, I'll see you around the channel. Take care. Bye. Go Birds.